set an embargo towards the end for 10:30 PM on Sunday evening. So we'll start with Sam. Thank you.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the game and how it panned out from start to finish?
Well, the better team won. They have something I didn't have. Always we talk about energy, but energy always we related about how we defend. That it was some moments, some duels, and some situations, but also with the ball. So we arrived, like I said, the first minutes. Many times in the final third we dropped them, but no, the intention, to score. Except I remember maybe last minute, Rainuri make a cross. We didn't have, they had something we didn't have. So I won 10 years, my 27 derby. I came many times here, and it's a time that will last. We were not at level that required to win this type of game. So, and we try, we talk about that, but we had that energy 3 days ago or 4 days ago in Newcastle. Even the second half with the situations, even Sunderland and those 3 games we draw that we played really good. In many moments today no. Today was better. And just accept it and that's all. Huh?
How does it go from those past performances to this within the space of a few days?
No, it was not bad performances. No. I'm so honest with me. It was not bad performances. We didn't get the results, but the performance.
No, what I mean is it was good before, but then it goes from that.
Yeah, it happened. It was a football game, they were better. So we can talk about 1 week, new manager Michael with the last decade being behind, and that's normal. They have an energy. It's a derby, it's an energy we didn't have. And of course we changed a lot of the players in these 2 transfer windows. Important players that have been this decade here, and new players coming, and we need to live that to see what we require to compete in the last stages, because academically we did proper things, not bad I'll say, but we didn't have that required to win that games.
Did you notice anything different about this Man United team to the ones you played over the past 10 years?
This game?
Yeah.
This game was better, but give time to Michael, right? So always happen now is better enough to happen. It's a question from Michael, so Michael Carrick, so I don't know. So I'm not involved in that. What's going to happen, I don't know.
James?
You're obviously historically so good in the second half of the season. You dropped obviously 9 points down the last 4 games. How concerned are you that our costs are particularly?
Yeah, concerned the points. Always to score a goal is part of the stats or the be good, and the punishes the situation. Not that game again happened the previous 3. But we have to continue. As I said, we changed a lot since the keeper until up front. Many players, and of course we have a lot of important absence right now. But the spirit has been top. So today is the day that we were not here, but so far we have been in Sunderland. Was extraordinary. We've been in many games, and the games in Brighton or Chelsea, or the last game in Newcastle. So, but today no.
You've had obviously a lot of injuries as well. Some suggestion.
No. No. It's my decision.
No, I'm saying has he got an injury going into his hand?
No, I don't think so.
Sean?
What were your thoughts on Darrow's challenge, and could it have been a different card from the referee?
He sent off, but his red card changed the game, but will be poor as a manager. I never been that. If you analyze that to win or lose a game. So I said to Michael and all the players, and right now here, they deserve. But change is red card, yeah, definitely. But that will not make us grow up with new players for the knew exactly what they have to do. But it's what it is.
But it could have given you a lift.
But 85 minutes 10 against 11 have the lift. But if we play the energy that we play in Netherlands, we have no win either. So I could say that and blame. We will not grow up. We will not move forward. But what happened is not a surprise at all for me, what happened that division. But it's not, it happened in the past, it's a year there. When I arrived here, one action, it happened with these referees in Chelsea, in Man City, Chelsea, Gundogan with Kante. So now I start to realize, but it's not about that. Because with that, we grow up, always talking. I have to look at ourselves, honestly. So would happen in situation. Would shoot differently, maybe, but who knows? There are a lot of teams that don't win with 10 against 11, and I feel the feeling with the game what we played, maybe we'll have no win. If the players have excuses, I have excuses for that reason, we'll be in trouble in the future. Have to look at ourselves, and today is simple. The analysis, Man United was better than Man City, and you have to accept it. In 10 years, how many times we have been better? Because I lost here 3-0, 2-0 around that time, but we were a little bit there. Today, we have not been.
Manchester United caused a lot of damage with long balls over the top of your defence, which wasn't too dissimilar to the goal that Amad Diallo scored against you last season. How frustrating is it for something apparently so simple?
All the action was offside. We defended really well at back four. This type of balls, all the situations was offside. They put it because United DNA is this kind of balls in transitional team. The goal who score always. It doesn't matter the manager, always a transitional team. And we knew it in this kind of balls, but we defend well. It's not that. I think it's not the reason why, that we lost the game today.
You've said it a few times this season that there's a lot of growth in this team, but it's not maybe quite ready yet to win the Premier League. Is that example today compared to the teams you've had in the past that are not quite at that level?
Yeah, I've analyzed the results. Yes, we're not consistent. The performance have been. I said satisfied. So I could say here and say the opposite. So it's not enough today. But the previous games, yeah, we were enough. But for us, it's circumstances that people say defend, but we didn't win. We didn't, make the previous games because what we missed up front. So, but it's not about no run or they don't try it. I know them. I know how they commit all of them. But sometimes at 12:30, one Saturday, one team is better than the other one. You have to accept it.
Just on the defence, yesterday did the comment on Mark Gahey, but that seems to have moved on in the past 24 hours.
I don't know yet officially for my club. When I think you will know it, I will know when they tell me. Apparently it's closed, but they didn't. I spoke now with Ferran and Hugo. He didn't tell me anything about that.
Just on that point, Pat, maybe not on Mark especially, but how much will the defensive reinforcement help at this stage with how many injuries you have?
I said yesterday when the game against Chelsea was or Brighton, so Ruben and Josko were out, and that I said, yeah, but Max has been top the last two games that he played. Today, of course, the first two actions losing that. Of course, the first guy for the 19, they have to live that experience. It will be better. But the games that we have been, for example, Newcastle or the games like that have been extraordinary, have been really good. So, yeah, many players come here for the first time with the Man City shirt, and we need, these kind of things to grow.
Sennenberger there for 10:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. Some stuff. say that was a dream start, better than you could have hoped for?
Yeah, it's a great start. There's no getting away from that. I think, to be honest, before the game with coaches we spoke and we said that the boys were in a good place. You know, we were quite happy with the days, how we prepared for it emotionally, where the boys were, the state they were at, leaving the changing room. So I was quite happy with that leading into the game. But then, listen, City are an unbelievable team with talent, and they can rotate and change things. So there's a plan, and then you've got to go plan B and C and work around it. So you never really know how the game's going to go. But for it to pan out like that, the boys were fantastic today, I have to say, in so many ways. And to manage it emotionally with the information we've given them and pulling it together, yeah, it was pretty good.
Danny?
Michael, I just wonder, especially with Bruno Fernandes, another assister in the season, I just wondered this week what conversations you had with him as captain, and also I think he's enjoying playing as a 10 again and playing the defence.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've spoke to Bruno. I've known him a long time now, and I thought he was fantastic today. The way he played the position, you know, he's so clever and he takes up spaces, and he had a big discipline role, him and Brian, to defensively as well, to protect the team from anything coming through the middle as much as possible. So it wasn't all kind of playing and positivity to that point, but he's just got so much quality, Bruno, you know, and he can adapt, and playing in that position, he's a real threat, and he made the difference.
Mike, you brought Bobby Mino back in and Harry Maguire. What was your thinking, and what did you feel you got from them?
Yeah, I thought Cobby was great in there alongside Casa. I thought between the two of them, and thought give us a foundation really, Leacher and Harry, and the kind of block really, and I thought that give us a really strong foundation, and I felt it was a game for experience and knowing what it feels like. There's a big ask for H, I have to say, and credit to him. I think it could taken for granted sometimes what players do, but for him to play it today and come through it and taking, it was. I'm not going to lie, it was a bit of a calculated gamble as well of how long he could play and could he get through it, because he's literally trained for 2 or 3 days for over probably 8 weeks, 9 weeks. So just shows you what it means really to him, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought between him and Leacher they were so solid at the back and give us the foundation to build on.
Michael, how long have you been thinking about this? I know you've been working like 3 days with the team, but when you've seen Manchester United play, have you had in your mind thought, well, if I was manager of that team, I'd do this with it? How long have you been thinking about what you might do?
Not consciously, really. I think it's obviously something that clicks into gear when you think maybe might be on my toes to do something about it. But it's there's obviously, listen, I've watched a lot. I've came here, we've got season tickets, and my family comes, so I've came to a lot of games over recent times, and you get to know the players in your own eye. Everyone has an opinion and your instincts, and then there was a little bit of what it was going to take for today, and we had 3 days to prepare. So the balance of how much information, what the lads could take on, being fair to them to not overdo it, but actually City's probably ask you as much questions as anyone could possibly ask, so you've got to have the answers to that. So it was a real balance, and the coaches, I have to say, for the last 3 or 4 days have been showed how good they are in terms of how much they give the players, ways of doing it, being quite creative, and then the boys taking it on board. So
Sorry, I was just going to say, because the fans bought, whatever it was, the fans bought into it in a way we've not really seen.
yeah, and I hope so. I hope so, you know, and I think the players certainly fed off it. The players left the changing room unbelievably desperate to do well. Almost, I was thinking, don't be too desperate where you end up. It can cloud your judgment, and you make decisions that because you're emotionally so invested in it. But I thought they got the balance so right, and the supporters were incredible. And I said yesterday, this can be a magical place, you know, and it does some funny things. And today to get that feeling is exactly what we want. Hopefully it's just a start, something we need to build on. So we're not getting carried away massively, but you've got to enjoy the feeling, certainly when you get it.
Darren?
Michael, that was a performance full of intensity that maybe we've not always seen over the last few years. Did you sense the players wanted that? Do you sense they've reacted to that this week, that they wanted to be let off the leash to really have a go at teams?
No, I don't know about so much left. I just think the boys they've shown me that they're really willing to listen and learn, and are really, yeah, as I said, almost desperate. They want it so much, and the willingness to take the information on and change things a little bit, and be willingness that they're willing to adapt. You know, we obviously put a game plan and a strategy together that tried to achieve certain things, you know, and everyone played their part in the end.
Hi Michael, great win of course. You also had 3 goals chalked off and hit the woodwork twice. First of all, is it fair to say that it could have been more? And secondly, Pep Guardiola was in here a short while ago saying that the Diallo challenge on Doku should have been a straight red. What's your view of that, please?
Yeah, I'm not giving you that answer, but I haven't seen it, to be honest. So genuinely haven't seen it. I thought at the time Diogo actually got a foot on the ball. That's from my ankle. I thought he had kicked it out, so I didn't even for 1 second think it was a bad challenge. I got told it was that there was a lack of force. That's why. So I've not seen it. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. These type of games have swings and momentums and decisions, and like you said, we could have scored more for the slight offsides, however close they were. I've not looked at them back, but we felt dangerous in the game all the time, even right from the start with Harry's header, and I thought we had that, which we wanted to have that intent. We knew, you know, they're so good at having possession and they ask questions of you, and certain times you can't chase the ball and do that for the whole game. So we wanted to have a real attack and intent, and I thought the front four, backed up by what was behind them, I thought were pretty special today, I have to say.
That's a question for James.
Michael, sort of amidst a lot of quality showed, there was obviously a huge sort of fight and aggression from every player there, and obviously fans have not often sort of seen that regularly delivered. How are you going to go about sort of channeling that sort of level of fight and aggression shown today over the remaining 16 games and make sure it's not a one-off?
That's the challenge ultimately, you know, and I think that it needs to be a version of normal, you know. Certainly we're not going to have games with the emotion and the feeling and of everything that today brought. I think we all understand that, but there's definitely a level of levels of standards and expectation that we need to live up to from ourselves as much as anyone on the outside. So I'm totally aware of that. Consistency is the key to any success. And if you can find that, then you're on to a winner. So that's our challenge, you know. We've got to find a way of doing that. Big one next week, obviously, you know, another tough one. But on the back of today, we've got a good foundation to build on.
Thanks everyone.
All right, cheers guys, thanks a lot.
Hold up.
Cheers.